Anthropic's engineers built a test designed to break every AI model they had. They handed it a rough, hand-drawn sketch of a mechanical part and asked for a working 3D model in return. Then they did something almost cruel. They took away the model's eyes. No image access, no way to actually see the drawing it was supposed to rebuild. Every competing model tried 5 times. Every competing model failed 5 times. One model didn't fail. It wrote its own computer vision system from scratch just to see the drawing well enough to rebuild it. And it did it again and again. That model is Claude Opus 5. It went live on July 24th, 2026, and you're about to understand exactly why that release matters. We're going to walk through the benchmark numbers, real jobs this model finished, and hear from early partners like Cursor and Zapier. And right near the end, I'm going to give you the price. Stay for that number because it changes how you think about AI tomorrow morning. Anthropic runs a tiered lineup, Mythos and Fable at the top, Opus as the workhorse, then Sonnet and Haiku below that. Opus 5 now comes close to the intelligence of Fable 5, their most powerful public model, at roughly half the price. That's a massive shift. That's Anthropic closing the distance between their cheapest serious model and their most expensive one. The benchmarks back it up. On Frontier Bench and GDP Val-AA, Opus 5 is the new state-of-the-art in coding and professional work. The only place it doesn't win outright is cybersecurity, where Anthropic kept it intentionally behind Mythos 5 for safety reasons. On Frontier Bench 0.1, Opus 5 doesn't just beat its predecessor, it more than doubles that score at a lower cost per task. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear what happened on the benchmark built specifically to torture coding models. On CursorBench 3.2, Opus 5 landed within 0.5% of Fable 5's best ever score at half the cost per task. Then there's ARC-AGI 3, which tests if a model can reason through problems it's never seen. Opus 5's score is 3 times higher than the next best. On Zapier's AutomationBench, measuring zero intervention tasks, Opus 5's pass rate is about 1.5 times the competition. And on OSWorld 2.0, which tests computer operation, Opus 5 beats every model at a fraction of the cost. Benchmarks are just numbers. But what happens when you hand this model a job nobody thought an AI could actually finish? Researchers gave it a real bug in a popular package manager. While others patched the surface, Opus 5 fixed the root cause even the official patch missed. A trading firm asked for a market feed. Opus 5 built the feed, then built its own testing system from scratch to confirm it worked, unprompted. That's not autocomplete. That's judgment, and it extends to the life sciences as well. On life sciences evaluations, its biggest jump was on reading molecular structures straight from raw spectroscopy data. Cognition, the team behind Devin, said Opus 5 approaches Fable-level performance at half the cost, especially on difficult debugging. Zapier's CEO said it topped their leaderboard and ran a full customer churn prevention workflow end-to-end, something no earlier model could do. Box reported a 17% jump in due diligence work, and Lovable saw a 22% improvement on agentic coding tasks. Opus 5 can even simulate airflow in a wind tunnel and build 3D models of living cells. It visualizes science, not just describes it. But is it safe? Anthropic's audit found Opus 5 to be their most aligned model yet, with the lowest rate of deceptive behavior. They intentionally walled it off from exploit generation. It can find vulnerabilities, but it won't help you weaponize them. That line is on purpose. Now, the price. Claude Opus 5 costs $5 per million input tokens and 25 per million output, the exact same price as Opus 4.8. Anthropic didn't raise the price for a model that more than doubles performance. It's now the default on Claude Max and Pro. Anthropic pushed their workhorse so close to the flagship that the price gap stops making sense. Subscribe for more AI updates, and I'll see you in the next one.